How you guys doing? This is Hybridsteel. Welcome back to Hydroneer, the journey to Volcaladus, and the final playthrough of this game for myself. We're on an emotional roller coaster of basically, I would say it's getting to a point of being a little bit frustrating now, because it's like every stream we grow a little bit closer to our goal, or my goal, sorry. And at the same time, I'm sitting there just going, God, when it finishes, I can play something else. You know, that's sort of what I'm aiming for now. It's like, I want to do something else now. So, yeah, this is hopefully, I mean, where are we at? I can't even remember where we're up to. We're up to 33 million. So we're 1/3 of the way there. We're doing okay, and we should be alright. But we'll see how things go. Oh, it just fell down. Oh no, I've taken a pipe out. That's not good. Oh dear, unstuck. I don't know what I've taken out. This is not going to be fun. I have no idea. I don't know which pipe I've taken out. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. This is a big problem straight away. God damn it. Okay, that looks like the pipe I've taken out. Oh, at least it was an easy fix. Right, everything's online for another round of, yeah. Mr. Games, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Yo, what's up? I opened up and you're panicking. Yeah, I took out a pipe where I didn't realise where I'd taken it out from. I was like, no! Oh, funny games. Right. So, I'm going to clear out this big block of ice first off the roof, and then we'll see what we've got around. I might extend out for a bit. How are we doing? Doing good, man. Thank you very much for asking. If I'm going to be brutally honest, I've spent the last week playing demos, trying to find something I'm interested in, and honestly, there's a couple of games I've wish listed now, which is all good. Tiny Home Sim, I'm actually waiting for. They gave me a full. They've given me and a few creators a full key for it, but it doesn't go live until the 5th of November. So they're like, well, we're going to open it up like just before release so you guys can start building content. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I was just a little bit like, well, okay, well, why don't we have access now? It's like, because it's too early, apparently, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, Tiny House Sim's pretty cool. I like it. I've got one. I'm gonna do a couple of showcases over the next few days. So mainly just like evening streams. I'm gonna be doing like a load of first impressions of ones I actually do like the look of. One of them is called Block Factory, I think it was called. Basically, you build stuff out of Lego blocks that you mine. I was like, that's pretty interesting concept. So that'll be something I'm gonna sort of like dig into. Yeah, there's a few little things, and I found a game that was gonna. I found a game that I'm going to take over from here when I'm finished, which will be A Hero's Rest, which has just come out into 1.0, and I played that a couple of years ago when it was going through like its early renditions, and it is a really cool game. It's basically, you've got to build a fantasy village for adventurers to come and visit so they can go off and do the tasks. You're the one who supplies all the equipment, the bartendering and all that stuff. I'm like, actually, yeah, this is pretty cool. So yeah, if you remember it, then it was a fun little game, and I genuinely enjoyed it. So I've re-downloaded it. I'm waiting basically to finish this now, and then I'm looking for something that's going to be long term for Saturdays. And I feel that like A Hero's Rest might be one of those games that keeps us going for like a good couple of weeks. But yeah, it's mainly just going through the list of like things that have come up in like the next fest, and just looking into the future of where I want to basically go next, you know. And yeah, there's some really good games in there. One of them I want to try out and I haven't played yet is called Camper Van Simulator, where you basically you're unemployed, you have to get a job, you have to start earning money. You build your camper van up, and then you're basically free on the road if you need drinks and food and bits. You have to earn money to do that sort of thing, but it's a free roam sandboxy looking game. I like the look of it. There was one that was called Money Simulator, and I was like, yeah, this is right up my street, and then it broke right away because I rode the bike down the hill and I got stuck in a hole. I was like, I reloaded the game. I went a completely different way and it just dragged me towards the hole. I'm like, I don't really like this game. So yeah, Next Fest has been a bit of a distraction this week, if I'm going to be brutally honest. Lots and lots of short demos. I even played the airport X-Ray sim game that Diesel played. I was like, that's pretty cool, I like this. And then it's a timed demo. which I haven't seen for a little while, and I was like, okay, cool. So that's on my wish list as well. But yeah, basically I've just been bumming around this week and just sort of mainly just like looking into things coming out, because I feel that that's what I should be doing. You know, looking at like what's the next load of games that I'm going to be like packaging together for, you know, content plans. Apart from that, yeah, I'm okay. I remember that the ingredients were a POS to gather. Yeah, I said I'm hoping they made that I hope they made that game like a little bit easier. Like things aren't too hard to get hold of, and maybe they respawn a bit faster. We'll see. But yeah, it's something I want to look into. Worst comes to worst, if it does take extra long times to do stuff, then so be it. It's not like I haven't ever sat here before doing like mundane tasks like whilst playing games. That's low flying tonight. I think that's the air ambulance. Apart from that, I've watched a couple of episodes of Mine Rescue for Gold Rush. I've watched a couple of episodes of the documentary of Mr. McMahon on Netflix. It's alright. I introduced my kids to The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the Attitude Era. That was fun to watch. Ahmed, how you doing, bud? So yeah, it's getting towards the last couple. I think we're going to have this done probably not today, but next Saturday I think will be the last one of these. Because I think at the rate that we're like putting stuff together now, I don't think it's good. I think we've got 1 or 2 streams left in us at least. So yeah, nearly at the end of my entire journey for this now. I'm expecting between 25 and 30 million hydrocoin if we add more draws. Well, I'm saying with 120 draws, I would say that we'd probably get about 25 out of this. If we add any more, we're looking at 30. So that's why I wanted to get this down first. It's going to take a little while to knock this down, but like the amount of clouting we're going to get should be completely fine. If I just go for another 20 draws to start with, we'll whack all that together. Maybe the frames stick around for a bit longer, we'll be alright. Apart from that, yeah, we're okay.
My I've got some porridge and I've mixed half a ton of fruit in it.
Okay.
Calm it down with my sister.
Do. Do. See, that's a lot of snow and ice. About a week until all bound, is that right? 24th, I believe. So yeah, next week. So I'm hoping that I can get that. My problem is with all bound right now is money, because I'm basically doing Christmas shopping next week. And I know people go, well, that's a bit early, isn't it? It's like, yeah, it is, but when you've got like very little money, you have to kind of space it out. So I do Christmas shopping like the end of October and the end of November, and then save up during those times. Like, so the 3 weeks before the end of the month, I'm saving up, and then it's like, yeah, now I can do a little bit of Christmas shopping, and I can do a little bit more, and I'm done by December. But I've had to save up for like 6 weeks, 7 weeks of my time during that time just to get what I want to get for people. I don't spend a lot on people. I just have to do it like this, and it sucks. If only this was a steady job. So yeah, it all depends on money for next week for me. I wouldn't mind getting all bound though. That would be a good one. I think I don't know if I'd be, I don't know, episodic maybe, or maybe Friday night streams for all bound. See how things go. Right, how much have I done? Do. I wonder if I can fill this one in. Go on, can we, no, maybe, no, we can't do it. Oh, you... Oh. Oh. Right. Slowly but surely, we're slowly getting there. I feel that the hiring at the Game Cafe Simulator a little rough, that you need to meet certain criteria. I think it should be unlock it, yeah, you get it. Yeah, I would agree. You know, even if it just takes some of the strain off of like just doing the shopping section, or doing it for people to use the computers. I think when you get to a certain level, I think that's when you're expecting. So I think it's going to get to a point where you're going to be like, I'm overwhelmed, I can't do this anymore. And you get to that level, and then it's like, boom. Am I getting Farming Simulator 2025? I've got to be honest, I've actually considered it. And the reason why I've considered it is because I've never really sat here and played a series of it before. Number two, I enjoy farming for views, so it could be a potential as well. And there's a massive community behind it. And I think it would be one of those games that could go down quite well. I hate farming, by the way. I'm not a big fan of gardening either. But I've never really sat down and played one of the games before properly. So you never know. Maybe. I have considered playing Farming Simulator. Yeah, farming for views, exactly. That would be like the first live stream in. What are you doing? Farming for views. You can take that as you will, because technically, I'm not lying to anyone. But no, I have considered it, just mainly because my dad's played it in the past. I watched Diesel play it, a few years back, but I've never sat here and done it myself. I've never sat here and just gone, oh, you know what? I really want to play Farming Simulator. But all the while that the AAA game industry is in like the crap that it's in, and every game at the moment is just, it's either not worth it or I cannot be bothered to spend the money on it. Then I just stick to more indie games now. Especially with that Unknown 9 coming out, and there was like 4 people playing it today. It was funny as hell. These people are spending absolute bloody hundreds of millions of dollars building games, and all of a sudden they're just failing. It's a dismal. So it's called Unknown 9. Unknown 9 Awakening. So this game so far, by the way, only came out yesterday, has got 29.79% positive ratings, and 198 people are playing it right now. And this is a AAA game. Alright, so I want to show you, I'm going to show you this, because this is why I don't like the AAA gaming industry as much anymore, because of crap like this. So this is the brand new game, 29%, 29, alright? And only 180 people have reviewed this game. This is how many people are literally playing this game right now. This is absolutely horrendous for a AAA game. This is why DEI and all the woke gender politics and all the other crap they keep throwing into games is not working. It's not good. And there's like 6,000 people still watching this game like, oh, I'll pick it up at some point, and there's only 198 people actually playing it. Oh, yeah, I've just about had it with AAA games. Just about. I literally bought Farming Simulator 25, 20 bucks off on Fanatical. Had issues with it going through my banker. Is it out now? Because I was looking in Keymailer. I don't think it was out. Farming Simulator 25. That one. Release date. Doopy doopy doo. Farming Sim 25. I can't spell. Why is that? I didn't put a space in there, did I? No. I didn't think it was out for a little while. It's out in November. So he's pre-ordered it. That might be the reason why he may be having trouble with it. Yeah, it's not out until... If it's not out until November, then you've officially pre-ordered it from a company that hasn't got... They probably don't have the codes for it yet. That's fun. Trash Goblin... Oh, that's in recommended. Release date, please. Page 4. This is October. Page 6. November. Page 7. End of November would be nice. Lots of games coming out on the 1st of November, by the way. 9th or 12th. Farmer's Dynasty 2 as well comes out on the 5th of November. So there you go, you can be all farmed out in November. Planet Coaster 2 is another one I'm looking into because I love Planet Coaster. So I might be playing that as well. Tavern, farming, oh that's Familiar Friends Parking World. Farming Simulator 25 comes out on the 12th of November. You got, this is a, as a YouTuber, you occasionally get like offers and stuff like this. So Farming Simulator 2025 comes out on the 12th of November 2024. There you go. Well, there we go. Pre-order to get the MacDon pack for free. There you go. Hopefully. AAA games suck now. Rather play independent. Same, mate. I've literally had enough of it. So there's I've just sort of over the last sort of couple of years, because all I do, I play on a lot of like single indie dev games on this channel, and over the last couple of years of doing this, I see more value in like single dev or like really small studios more than I do with like AAA gaming. Also, price in a AAA game. I'm not spending 60, 70, even 80 bloody quid on a game anymore. No way. The only reason why I'm playing MLB 24 this year, like, because it was free on PlayStation. I pay 60 quid a year on PlayStation, and I get like a load of free games, and I'll play them then. But the only reason why I pay to play on PlayStation is because it's the only way I can talk to people. Because I talk to my brothers on there whilst I'm playing games. So I don't say £60 a year is not bad, or like 70 quid a year is not bad, especially when I get AAA games basically for free. I'm all right with that. 26 alphabet, yeah, all good. But yeah, that's how I see it. I don't see PlayStation as a massive problem for me, but I don't pay full price on many games. I was years late for GTA 5 because it was finally affordable. Yeah, I mean, for me, GTA is probably one of the very few franchises I buy into every time a game comes out, because I've played every single one of them, and it's part of my sort of existence. And I like GTA. It just, if you want a game with no rules in it, it's all good. GTA 6, when it does release, is supposed to be... No, it's not going to be £100. Right, so the only reason why people are speculating that is because it's speculation. GTA 6 will be $69.99. And that's just because that's it. What you'll have is you'll have the $69.99 edition, which will be the standard edition. You'll have the £100 edition, which will be the collector's edition. You'll get like a free few bits and pieces. And then there'll be like the £150, £200 version, and you have to buy a physical copy, and it comes with like a hat and bits and pieces. That's how it always has been. So when somebody speculates the price of Grand Theft Auto 6, just sit there and go, shh, you don't know, because nobody knows. So, but if you look at the trends of like collector's editions and how much things cost, 70 quid for the standard edition will be your standard price. You'll have a $99.99 edition that'll be like special stuff where you get like a free shark card and like a free in-game currency, that sort of shit. And that's how they'll make their money again. And then you're in for another like 8 years of people going, well, the Rockstar are making so much money on shark cards. Well, stop fucking buying them then, you donuts. I mean, that's just, ooh, it's annoying. Yeah. Almost 3 years of support. Thank you very much, though. It's most appreciated, and a big fist bump to you, I don't think it's going to push a monthly membership fee, personally. The only game that does that really is Final Fantasy 14 and World of Warcraft. So I don't think they'll do it, and the reason why is because that's how they've got a monthly thing now in GTA 5, but not a lot of people sign up for it because the game's old. Nobody really wants to keep paying that much money for it, and they can't be bothered. But there is a monthly thing for Grand Theft Auto already, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's in GTA 6, but I don't see many people bothering to do it unless they're whales. And you know what I mean by a whale, right? Somebody who's got more money than sense. I really want this really brand new car that only 6 people have got because we're all stupid enough to spend our money on it. That sort of person. With me, GTA for me is all about grinding. I enjoy playing the game. I enjoy grinding the missions out. I play online a lot, so I'm okay with the grind. I know some people will be pissed off with it, but that's just how they are. I can't help people. The only way you can really be happy in GTA is to have lots and lots of money in game and just invest in the bits and pieces in the game. So for me, it's cars. And what I tend to do is I go a little bit crazy. So if it's like my first couple of like weeks online, I spend a lot of time doing like basic missions, earning lots and lots of money and putting them into cars. And then when I come to like, oh, I really need this much money for this thing, I've got a whole garage full of cars to sell, and then I upgrade and then I go to the next lot. And basically I spend a lot of time buying and selling cars on GTA. You think GTA was best at San Andreas? It was the one with the more compelling storyline, I would agree. When it came to graphics and bits and pieces inside the game itself, GTA 5 wins. And having the online mode, I don't care what people say. When it came to online mode, it opened the game up for creation. People were able to build their own tracks, they were able to do what they wanted. I mean, yeah, you'd go into lobbies with just complete bum cheeks who were just quite happy just to like destroy you and blow up your favourite cars, but they were the one paying out for the insurance money on your cars, so just let them do it. They're making themselves poorer, it's fine. But yeah, I didn't like it, so I always went into private lobbies. I didn't care. I'd sit there and just grind away at stuff and be happy. I never really bothered with people before. I play on private, like, yeah, exactly the same. And what I like racing, so it's like racing for me. People, you know, I'm going to be sitting there driving whatever car I'm driving, and racing people, earning money, and just whittling my time away. And that's what GTA really is. I think people look at GTA way too seriously, unless you're a content creator and that's what you do. I think people look at GTA way too serious. It's a fun little game. And if you enjoy playing it, there's nothing stopping other people like just going off and doing what they like. But what you have to do is you have to think of the longevity of the game. Is it going to last you the amount of time that you really want to spend playing games? Or if it's going to be a 5-minute thing, why did you spend that much money on a game in the first place? I still have PTSD on the train mission. You needed... Oh, that was easy. Train missions were easy. Jump on train. Okay. Tail train. Okay. I think I preferred GTA 5 just because I liked all the heist stuff they were doing. I liked the separate characters. Franklin, Michael and Trevor were like the three amigos for me. Well written characters, and you actually did have a little bit of like sympathy and empathy for some of them as well. It was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, he's a drugged up fuel hog. This is his problem. He's an unhinged psychotic. He needs help. But yeah, before we came online, I was like, oh, what would happen if we had this much money? I was looking in my local area for a house. And it was like, you know, on a whim, what would happen if we had this? It was like the cheapest house in the area was just shy of 300,000. And that was for a 2-bedroom bungalow. I was like, man, I live in this stupid place. Do you need the string beats disclaimer? I don't need it, but it does help. So let me just pull this up. Snipe. But yeah, I was hit with... if you want to know, over the last like week, I've probably been hit with like 12 different copyright claims. Because of just... Well, just because of companies trying to go, well, it's our music. No, it's not. I don't know, it's not. There you go. And the plus side to having it displayed is you sit there and go, well, YouTube, this is where I got it from. But yeah, it seems to be like one or two different companies just constantly trying to like get in on people's stuff, and it's like, you don't own this music though. I mean, I have seen it where some people have like literally they've taken a song from like Harris Heller's library and then put it up on YouTube, put it up on somewhere, and they've gone, well, we own this song. It's like, you don't. Here's the copyright date. Cheaper moving to Scotland, mate. I was looking at just as like a random. I was looking at houses in Blackpool because that's like northern from where I really want to be. It was like there was like a 4-bedroom house. It needed some work, so it was like, you know, you need to invest like 40 grand in it, and it'll be like an amazing place to live. But it was like 60 grand for the house. So 60 grand for the house, 40,000 investment. Boom, you got a 4-bedroom house for 100 grand. I was sitting there just going, this is ridiculous. And I live in a place where like the average house cost is like 300,000, and that's just in the little village I live in. The most expensive house where I live is like 1.7 million. Well, that is a big house though. But there was some woman on it was on a Facebook chat page about like, you know, oh, this is how much it costs to live in London. And she was like, well, someone else try and find me like a house for 900, a mansion. She said it was had to be a mansion in the UK for 900,000. And it was like, I found that there was a place up in Newcastle and it had been converted into a hotel. It was 900,000 and it had 32 bedrooms. And I was like, well, there you go. There's a mansion. And it was under her price range. But yeah, even there was, because we need to look for, like, I mean, we're council, so it'll be whatever they can find Kerry for her mobility issues. But it was like, if I had the money, there's a bungalow down the road that would be ideal, but it starts at £525,000. So just to live in a bungalow with enough bedrooms for me, the kids, and Kerry's like mobilities issues, yeah, it was over £500,000. It was like, we can't afford a house here at all. I'm surrounded by average houses of 750 to 1.2. Yeah, same. Like just where I live. I mean, it's ridiculous now. But yeah, there are parts of the UK that are like, God, they're stupid cheap. Really, really cheap. Right, there we go. We got room to expand. We've got gold on the floor. I'm not sure how it keeps spitting out down here. It's like stupid. We got a blockage. Ah. Yeah. I know. It's called skills, son. Nah, mean. Right. If I put my tools down here, and we got this whole area now we can actually like offshoot to, which is pretty cool. We'll be alright. I'll work out the piping and everything, but first off, like 20 drills. Like Nintendo, help people scared to stream or post any gameplay they come to with these laws. Yeah, it's stupid. Nintendo suck balls when it comes to it, man. Like, I don't understand. What I don't understand about Nintendo is that these people, like YouTubers, go out and spend their money on games, right? and they're doing free publicity for Nintendo or the game that's come out and so on and so forth. Free. They're not asking for a sponsorship. They're not asking nothing. Nintendo like, no, put our game down. You shouldn't be able to. It's like, but if literally you let me do this, more people might buy your games instead of thinking you're a complete arsehole. Just say. I got lucky with a new apartment built with 5 disabled units. Nice, man. Yeah, we've had. It's not been easy. Like, just getting on the list for disability is really difficult in the UK. And then waiting for a property that matches what she will need in the future, it's so hard. You know, because basically what Kerry will need in the future will be... she will need, instead of having a bathroom, we'll need an actual washroom. Because her mobility will get worse to a point she won't be able to get in and out of a bath. So we'd need like either a walk-in shower or an actual washroom done. And you can only have that done in council properties because obviously it won't cost you any money. But the place that we have to move into either has to have that in or be able to be converted to that later on down the line. So that's a pain in the arse. It has to be big enough for 2 kids as well, which is a pain in the arse. And it's limited. So when we got onto the list, it was like, okay, we're on. Let's have a look at the properties. When the first time that we saw anything come up, and it was they had 2 flats. They were both ground floors, so they were easy access for her, which would have been ideal. And it was 650 people on the same list as us. Trying to they all put their name down for these 2 places, so you've got an average of 650 people per 2 houses that are good for mobility issues, and that's not enough. So I said to Kara, so we're probably going to be here for like 10 years. We can't move. So unfortunately that's just how it is. We can't get a stair lift put on our stairs because the downstairs door opens inwards, and the lobby downstairs is like a meter squared, so you can't put a machine in there because you can't open the door. So that's fun. When my neighbours who used to live downstairs moved out, I asked. This was before Kerry went through chemo, but I asked, for the sake of like having to deal with like buggies and prams being like pulled up the stairs, I said, look, I mean, can we move into one of the flats downstairs, because it would be easier for us as a young family. You know, we had 2 young kids. And they were just like, well, no, you're in your allocated footprint. I was like, right, so there's no help. Oh, no, you're where you're okay where you are. I was like, no, I'm not. I have no room to put a buggy or a pram or anything. I'm literally having to use like my kitchen as a storeroom for these things. Yeah, the storage in this flat is crap in comparison. We've got 2 cupboards, and they're basically full right now. That's just all the stuff we live with. So yeah, it's really bad. And even on new builds, because we're not a young family, as in, you know, we haven't got kids coming right now, we're not on top of those listings, and a new build is better for people who can walk up and down stairs. Kerry's mobility issues won't let her walk up and down stairs, so we're not on those lists. Sucks. So yeah, we're in sort of limbo. Weird. Fun place to be. So that's why I was like, I wonder if it's possible. I mean, I know we're on benefit. I wonder if it's possible to get like a weird mortgage with a bank somewhere, and we can pay the mortgage off with our benefits, because we could actually afford it because our benefits pay the rent. So yeah, 300 grand, and that was like the cheapest bungalow in the area. It's like, I don't think I can get one for that. Which is really bad. The problem is I can't even get savings. And if you're on a council listing like we are in the UK, if you have any sort of savings, they shut your benefits off because you already have money. It's like if I actually went in to own a house, they would basically turn off like half of our income because we have money in a stock, basically the house. It's a very, very strange place to be. Like, you need to move out to somewhere better for you, but you're on a really long list that sucks. And then when it comes to, like, if you've thought of a way of trying to get an actual property, you would then not be entitled to the things that you were entitled to 5 minutes before you got it. In Scotland, you can get grants that allow people to have a mobility issue to get a bathroom converted to a wet room. Yeah, well, so with England, that would actually come with the territory. So if you moved into a house that I can give this an example. So my uncle, before he died, he had motor neurons disease, and before that, my nan, who had mobility issues, because they lived in their own house, but her issues because she was on like other benefits as well as she was getting older. They came round to her house and converted her bathroom into a wet room. So they basically paid for it to happen because it was for the elderly. Now that really helped later on as well, because my uncle who went through motor neurons disease and unfortunately passed away, the washroom was already built, so he didn't have to have it converted. The council did that. So when it comes to like in-house care, the council will do that in the UK, in England. So they won't ask for a grant for it. They just basically come and do it because it helps you out, because you're already doing that sort of thing. Yeah, it's strange. How you doing, old Dilla? I feel bad that I live in a 2-bedroom house and living area and area at least 10 by 10 meters, and I live all alone. Hey mate, when I used to live in a flat, like on my own, the flat was, I would say, my first flat was really good. I really liked it. It was good enough for me, and it was probably good enough actually if you had one kid as well, because, well, until they needed their own bedroom, it was ideal. Doing okay? Yeah, I'm doing right, mate. Right, I need 17 drills, because we already have 3. So this is number 2. But yeah, apart from that, I'm doing alright. I'm sort of chilling. I've been through Next Fest. Been thinking about a few things, doing certain things, and yeah, chilling, man. It's been a weird week for me. I'm still in a bit of a lull of like 3. Oh, you got 3-bedroom. Okay, well, that's all right. Well, what I'll do then, mate, is I'll swap with you. We'll sort the paperwork out. We'll move to Australia and take over your house. You can move to the UK, and you can live in this flat. I'm only going to complain about the heat all the time, but I already do that in the UK, so it's fine. Someone keep a tally. I mean, 5? 4? I'm going to say I've done 4 so far. Or have I? Well done. Before I do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. See, I'm going to forget everything. I wouldn't survive it. Oh, I would survive. I would just bitch and moan about it all the time. I do that in the summer in the UK anyway. It's fine. Who? FNAF World. Five Nights at Freddy World. Hi. I'll keep count. 6. Seven. Do you remember me? Nope. I remember people who turn up like on an almost bi-weekly basis, but if you've dropped out for like 6 months, good luck. I can't even remember what I did last week. That's why you don't say you have existence. Yeah, I know, but it's like, yeah. It's from the membership money that you had to equal it. I'm so confused right now. Oh, I can't remember. Like I said, brain sieve. "3D plastic fantasy." From when I was playing the oil game. Oh, Turmoil. Yeah, that how long ago was that? So since then, I've been on painkillers. I've got kids. My brain goes like out the window. I feel like I'm almost like Alzheimer's patient at this point, where it's like, if things don't happen like every day, I forget about like a few things, and if they don't happen every day, I keep forgetting about things. Anyways, would you do a collab with another streamer like Split in 2? Yeah, sure. Me and Split have already spoken about that. I just haven't played Out of All recently. But if he ever wanted to jump into it, yeah, I would. I'd jump into his games. No one jumps into mine. That's a big thing because I'm OCD and complicated. I don't like people messing with my shit. So yeah, Frosty Gigabyte, how you doing, bud? But yeah, if I was doing a collab with like Split and stuff, it'd be like cool. He hasn't asked me to do anything out of Orish. I'm going to assume it's just because he's been testing a lot of stuff, and he works his butt off because he's working on some of that parts of the game and shit. I've got this feeling that when like Gold Rush comes around, like the new one, yeah, maybe, because I think that'll be a laugh. I'm doing good. I'm doing all right, mate. Thanks for asking. Number 12. What is this? Number 12 or the one I've just done? Number 12. I'm going to assume this one's number 12. Or is this number 13? This one. Okay, so this is number 12. Cool. Tell very much there, matey. Right. So we only need six more. He hasn't asked me, but yeah, I'm all right for like collabing with people. I've actually, in fairness, I was actually got to start my my series again at some point because I'm starting to like look into Christmas now, and I think if I do 15 episodes, I should be able to knock that out in like the next month and a half. Yeah, I said, me and Split have we've spoken about this in the past, like collabing, and I've said, look, just drop me a message whenever you need me. $14, right? $15. But I am a bit of a twonk when it comes to like controls and stuff. I think I still had to sort out the excavator controls because every time we change something, it's like, yeah, you got to do this. How am I doing? I'm okay. I'm about as good as I was last time someone asked me how I'm doing, which wasn't that long ago. Let's say this is number 16, and we need one more. Worst part is if I don't need one more and I need another 2, but yeah. Boom. Right. Flop. We're done. And it's gone. Do 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 do. I pray it kept good count. Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm not going to have a go at you because it's like, I can't remember nothing. But yeah, I was looking for another stream game, and it was, you know what, the Hero Realm or Hero Life. Is it Hero Life? Yeah, that one. I kind of figured that would be a good one to do because we haven't done that for a couple of years because of like it was going through like early access and all the alpha and beta stuff. So yeah, I thought I'd give that one a go again. Apparently, Car for Sale Sim is getting an update this month. So that'll be interesting. I've got to be honest, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's one of my more favourite sort of indie titles that does car sales. I know it's a strange one to like talk about, but yeah. Actually, I need to offset this, so this needs to be about there. You know what? Let's bring down my my piping first. So they're corners. Right. So I'm gonna have to T-pipe this one. I started Satisfactory again from scratch last night with no mods, just the raw game. Took us 6 hours to get to tier 0, 1, 2 and 3, and now it's onto the science and building stuff. Let's grind. Yeah, for me, Satisfactory, I mean, people have gone, well, why don't you cover Satisfactory? And it's like, because it's been done over the last like 7 years. And I'm going to be honest, I'm like, you know what, I can probably put something else. And then Allbound came out. I was like, okay, Allbound looks pretty cool. So I'm looking into Allbound more because it's basically Satisfactory as a dwarf, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, Allbound is something I'm looking into. That comes out next week, and chances are I might just turn that into my streaming game. I don't know yet. I might do a couple of streaming games. Because the more that I stream, the more I'm actually sort of enjoying it. And instead of like, I would say the main problem with like content in general is the grind of it. And it's like, can I really be bothered to keep doing this? And it does take a toll after a while. So that's going to be the vertical up. Oh no, actually, that needs to go this way. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You want to know how good that is? This block here that I'm standing on is going to be the lava that's going to be flowing out the back of this. Oh yes. Say you, Jimmy. Right, and then this one is going to go under this and to replace that pipe there. All good. The only thing that makes Allbound, I don't know, because you're not really seeing your character. It's first person, so it doesn't matter about moving. That's what the conveyor belt's for. Don't care about moving. I won't need to. I've got this feeling I'm only going to get like another 20 drills down here before it starts like capping out. So I don't think there's enough conveyor belts here, but we'll get them in anyway. We don't need to move. Once it's built, I ain't going down this bit again. No point. Just like, whatever, Trevor. Right, so I can go there. Right, so I need more conveyor belts. Right, cool. How many spanners have I got left? 16. Alright. We got a good like 5 hours left in it. We should be okay. Do, 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 do. I'm thinking, is it easier to chain them? Like I had probably. Eight straight vertical merger and a new brain. Sounds about right, mate. Three, 5, 6. Oh, that can be a corner. All bound specs are quite low, interesting with the games releasing for. Yeah, well, yeah, 4 days and it's like, it looks alright. I gotta be honest, most of that game is dirt, so it's a lot of mining like this, just a lot more. I don't know, it seems less intensive, which I thought was pretty cool. I think it's just because there's not a lot of moving parts, really. Like the conveyor belts and stuff like that is done very satisfactory like, so it's basically one animation for the belts, and then the stuff that's on the belts like the ores and everything else, they're just static images, so a bit like satisfactory. So there's not really a lot of moving parts, it's just how big do you want to go. If you turn the enemies off, there's less moving parts. I mean, so it's sort of a win-win situation for me. I like it. I like the fact I can turn the enemies off and I can just build and be happy. So it's much like, for me, it's much like Satisfactory, where the enemies don't really bother you too much if you want the enemies around you, and if you just fly above them, it doesn't really matter. So I'm okay with it, and if it's low intensity, then it just works even better, won't it? I'll be fine, and I'll be fine. I don't know about everybody else, but you know, I don't know if everybody else is going to be playing the game. Right, I'm going to leave this one here just in case I do bring in another row of these. When did the stream start? 59 minutes and 42 seconds ago. About an hour then. And right, I've got Nah, he didn't miss much. No one misses much. Basically, the only things that most people miss is just me yabbering on about random crap. It's a stream. It's fun. This type of conversation is the death of us. I don't care if it digs the hole. It's fine. Right, so I just need straights to go across that. We'll be good. Let's go. Like last stream. Yeah, basically. And until I finish, basically, I mean, the only thing I've got to do is basically finish this. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Actually, I should replace that and put a pressure tank in there. I need to do one. Oh, no, we need to do one over the other side as well. Core. So I need 2 pressure tanks and conveyor belts, basically. Alright, cool. By the way, what you're going to do after you finish the Mega Mine, play a different game. Basically it. I don't have any plans after this. I've already checked, like, my next game I'm playing is I think it's called A Hero's Tale. It's on. I literally played it today. Now, see, this is how bad my memory is. I can't remember what I did today. It's called a Hero's Rest. If you want to go and check it out, it's just hit version 1, and it's, in fairness, I really enjoyed it when I was playing the demo. I didn't play demo. I played early access, and it was a really cool game. But as it's come out officially now in 1.0, I'm looking into it as a big thing. Yep. So yeah, I want to play that for a little bit. You know, build up a medieval village, send people off to do quests, that stuff, that sort of thing. We'll be happy. I want to do a lot more like first impression streams as well, going into like next year. I feel like as when I do a first impression thing, people do watch, and I think they're just coming in to actually have a look. But I think it does help. So it's sort of, I want to go back into doing that a little bit because I actually enjoy doing them. Because I get to be an arsehole, and I get to be like cynical of like game direction and stuff again, which I really do enjoy doing, and I give you my honest opinion of what it's going to be like. So, aren't you going to sell stuff for 1 million hydrocoins? No, I don't. So what I tend to do is at the end of the stream, I take everything I've done. And I take 1 massive bar of gold, 1 massive bar of iron, 1 massive bar of cloutium. I clean up all the gems, put them all into a bucket, and then I build 1 big sword. And then we'll go from there. Last sword I sold was what, 14 million of it. So, and since we started this stream, I've had 120 drills running as soon as I started. So I don't know what the money's going to look like at the end of this one. I really don't. I mean, it could be where all of a sudden I hit 100 million today. I'm actually expecting it to happen next week, but it could happen. You never know. And especially when I'm going to chuck in another 20. So we're going to be running 140 drills. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. The 20 that I'm putting in now, so that's 140 drills. We're all good. Don't remember if you've played Oddspark. I played it for a little bit and it was like, for some reason, even though I like automation games and it looked cute and it was pretty cool, I genuinely sat there and went, I don't get it. And I couldn't get my head into it, and I don't know why. So you're going to get 500, hopefully, yeah. And thanks for Is it Hood Billy? Thanks for subscribing if you're watching. Sorry I missed you. Sorry I missed the notification. Yeah, we should hit a 500k block. I mean, we're at 296 now. Definitely. Let me just grab these 3 off first. See you, teddy bear. Whee. I'll turn these ones on when I get around, when I've done it. By the way, what would you recommend for an up-and-coming Hydroneer YouTuber streamer? Don't play Hydroneer. It's been around for 4 years. No one cares anymore. It's that simple. You should have started 3 years ago. Maybe. This is the problem with games on that have lifespans. You have to either be right there when it starts, or just going into its middle phase, going into dead phase, which is where it is now. It's in maintenance. No one's really going to worry about you playing that game anymore. So what you want to do is pay attention to Foulball Hangover and wait until he announces his new game, and then start from a fresh game. And the main reason why I say this is because a lot of people, they will sit there and say, well, I'm going to play this, and it's been out for a couple of years, but I want to start it off. Don't do it, because you'll be heavily disappointed. Trust me. I would say find something that's just about to come out, that's got a lot of hype. Where you can find this out, go on to steamdb.com and look into games that are just coming up, or things that have got a lot of people watching. Look for a game that's got a lot of hype behind it and join the hype train. Because if you don't join the hype train, you'll be in the same boat as me. You'll play a game for a while and then no one will watch you, and then you'll play another game for a while and nobody will watch you. You'll find one game, it'll be really good for you, and you're like, yes, I'm going to keep doing this. And then when that game dies, eventually, like everything does, you're stuck with basically what you were doing before that game came out, which is what I'm doing. I know it's a crap situation. So the idea is, if you're going to focus on a game and you want to be known for that one thing, the best thing you can do is find a new thing. Find the next loaf of bread, the one that everybody wants to eat, and be like, that's the one I'm going to focus on. It's depending on what you want to do. I would say the problem with gaming is it's just genuinely a pain in the ass to get seen, recognised, or anything. It is horrible. It's a real cutthroat way of being, and it doesn't. It's just horrific. And I say that from my point of view. I mean, other people have got their own way of doing things. They make a success of it. It's fine. I sort of see it from as a small YouTuber, and from a small YouTuber standpoint, you're competing with every Tom, Dick, and Harry who's got a console or a PC. And I say, I want to be a YouTuber. Cool. What do you want to do? I want to do gaming. Cool. What game are you going to do? Roblox, along with the other million people that want to do gaming YouTubers. Well, like I said, it's just my point of view. Will you play the new Foulball Hangover game? Yeah, I will. And I will give it my honest opinion. If it's not up my street, I will probably sit here and say, it's not for me. I'll wish Max and the team have fun, enjoy themselves, and hopefully it's a massive success. But if it's not something I enjoy, I'm not going to play it for just because I've been associated with the company. If it's not for me, it's not for me. I gave up streaming years ago. Might know I could come back and try again. I mean, for streaming, for me, because I only stream maybe 3 times a week. It's not, I wouldn't see it as a career path. What I see streaming as is a way of interacting with you guys, being able to actually come on and have a chat and actually talk to the people who are interested in actually having a conversation, instead of just like watching a video and going, I like that one, and then walking off. I would say the streams are a lot more sort of an actual social group, and I like it. And it's quite nice to talk to people from all over the world, being that most of the time for me, I tend to only talk about to parents and the people who drop off their kids at the same school as my kids. So yeah, it's basically like, okay, yeah. But for me, it's more like I like doing a video. I like doing videos, but I need to change the way I do my content now. As I said, a couple of weeks ago, I spoke to like some of the bigger YouTubers, and they gave me basically a wall of text of things that if you want to be successful on YouTube, you have to do this. And I looked at it and just went, so basically I have to sell my soul. Because the one way that, I'm not going to say who it was, but it was one of the bigger guys, basically says, if you're going to do a variety channel, which is what I basically run, you just have to make your content broader so more people watch, because the people who are subscribed to you don't care. I was like, but some of them do. It's like they only care about that certain one game that they enjoy watching. They don't care about the rest of the stuff. I was like, well, I was literally trying to defend. It's like, some people do, and it's like, yeah, not. It's yeah, it is real cutthroat. Basically, it's if you want to make it bigger on YouTube, you have to just don't care. You have morals. You have to make content that's fun and engaging, and people who are going to watch it. But at the same time, you have to be a bit of a dumbass. That's what it feels like. You have to dumb down your content to appease to a more broader audience. And I was like, I could create a new channel for that. And one of the guys was like, you don't need to do that. Your channel's not big enough. Just do what you do that on this channel. I was like, but I like this channel. I like the people who come to this channel. They sit there and talk and they're happy. But yeah, it is a real cutthroat business. Like in order for you to grow on YouTube, you just have to like not care. You just have to like, you know what, I'm going to build like 20 videos this month, and I'm just going to break the game, or I'm going to do this, this, and this, and that's fine. That's what I'm going to do. And you're like, okay, cool. That's literally the entire depth of like most of the people are above me. I'm just buying a shit ton of everything, mate. It's not like I haven't got enough money. But yeah, I've considered it. One thing that they did say is that obviously there are 2 audiences that watch my content. There are the people who watch live streams, and there are people who watch videos. The people who watch videos don't often care about the camera. And I was like, what do you mean? They said, well, you know, it's good that you actually do this and you show people your actual true reaction, but most people who watch like gaming channels don't really care about the person who's actually making the videos. They just care about being entertained. And it made a bit of sense to me. I was like, actually, yeah, that does make sense, because most people just come on and go, yeah, I want to be entertained for 20 minutes, and then they go off and do something else. So I might turn my camera off going into next year, because it's easier to edit, and if I do fuck up and I make a mistake and everything else, yeah, I do need a merger. Yeah, I don't think I have one. But if I make a mistake, I can re-edit it without massive amounts of like messing around with the edit itself. So it's almost like if I do screw up, or there's a lot of dead air and stuff like that, I just cut that bit out, or cut out the dead section and fill it with a bit of like more vocal. But yeah, it's basically it's like going through actual like proper like audio editing, which I wouldn't mind getting into a bit, because of just, I don't know, it'd be pretty cool. I did try before, but I was like, I wasn't really 100% into it. But after this conversation, it did open my eyes to like what I do and what I do wrong. And it's sort of why over the last couple of weeks, I haven't really done as much as I normally do, because it has made me think about stuff, and it has made me like contemplate doing a few different things while, you know, in what I do. So yeah, it was a good conversation, and yeah, some of it hurt because it's like how I prefer to do things, but it all sort of makes sense. But I have considered keeping this channel going the way it is, and then making a new channel that would be based on something else. You know, I can sort of disassociate myself from this, and keep this running happily, and the other channel just being like whatever I want it to be. Right, let's go and get some pipe stuff. But yeah, that's basically why it's been a bit funny these last couple of weeks for myself. It's been a lot of like thinking, if I'm going to be honest. And I don't often do that, but it has made me sort of, you know, toss up my options. One of the things that was said though was, because I use a camera, obviously you can see me. Hi, you know, but most people who are like, if you're a younger person, and you're like, hey, I want to watch this game, and it comes up with a video from me, and that person, if they're like, you know, let's say they're 16, 17, they don't want to watch a video that looks like some guy who looks like their dad. You know, it's like, this guy's old. Why do I want to listen to him? You know, he's not a Gen Zer like me. He's not cool. You know, that sort of thing. So yeah, you do get judged for being older as well. But I build the content I build on this channel, I would say that I build for more of a slightly more mature audience anyway. I don't piss around as much. Yeah, I put a couple of memes into a few videos, but I think that's about the extent. And my like stupid sense of humour occasionally, where I just make sarky comments, or I'm just like having a go at things. And there we go. Right. As long as this is still running, it's all good. The younger generation don't understand older. Yeah, I know. I think that's what makes me consider a few things as well. It's like, yeah, I get it. But that's what makes a faceless channel quite good, because you've got that being anonymous, and it does help. I know. I know what I gotta do, man. I'll do that when I've set everything. Because when I've set everything, I turn everything off. Yes, I do. Right. So that's that done and that done. Right. Right, now... Well, I need to turn that one off. It's all good, it's all good, all good. Where's that bloody, there it is. The thing that destroys a lot of people is that the young have no respect for others and think that is being funny is like a troll. Yeah, I would say another thing is like, oh, what was I just about? It literally just popped into my head. It's like you made a good point, and now I can't remember what I was going to say, which sucks. I would say that actually here it is. Yeah, a lot of young people I'd say don't have the attention span, and if you make any sort of like longish form content, then they tend not to watch as much because they don't get it, and that's a big problem. Like you see this a lot in like general like modern day studies of attention spans and videos and everything else, and I think that's why like shorts are going to be made longer as well for YouTube, because they want people to watch slightly longer content. In order to do this, they have to basically try and make the short form content slightly longer to try and get people to actually watch it in the first place. And I think that's why YouTube are doing what they're doing. I think it's they need more people to sit on the platform longer, because obviously that's how they make their money anyway. But it's how a lot of YouTubers make their money, if you're having people watch for longer times. And if you increase the length of a short to 3 minutes, that's an extra 3 minutes that person might be on the platform for. So yeah, but yeah, I think it comes down to that as well. It's it is a big problem. Trolling's a big thing as well. Okay. I need... Do. Right, here we go then. 140 drills. Skidoosh. And there we go. Lots and lots of stuff. So there's 140. I'm not really feeling my frames having a massive issue right now, but yeah, it's okay. Oh. But see, I couldn't do this with like the tier 2 drill, like the big heavy ones, because that animation of every single one of them rotating and then thumping itself back down, that's what that screws up the problem with this game. Tom, how you doing, buddy? 30-day review. How you doing, man? Just pull a Josh and Brett face. Man, I broke this game way before they did. That's the joys of being a tester for this game. I did all that. I just didn't make videos about it. I mean, if anybody should have done it, it would have been it would have been Roby. Like Robocost, he would have happily, like, if he, I suppose if he could have done recordings of all the stuff he did. He broke that game so much when testing. But I've done it before when I was trying to fill up a whole pit of gold. I don't think it can be done because your computer will fry itself before. Look at like the pits of doom I've already made. Like when it comes to filling up a pit of gold, the frames die because of just the amount that was in that big square. And setting one of those up as well is absolute beast. Well, there we go. 140 drills and it's still working. How fast is the stone going up? We're probably on about 330. Yeah, that's close. What I'd like to see is the size of a gold iron bar at the game was left running for a full week. You would be in negatives. It would actually come out as a negative number because you can only go up to a certain amount before it goes backwards. It breaks it after. I think it's something super like 1 trillion. And then all of a sudden it goes into like negative numbers, so it basically resets itself. It's not good. Not good at all. And that also means that I would have to run my computer for a solid week, and the only thing I'm allowed to do on it is literally fill up the spanners that are going to control the auto feeder. No. There's a couple of stupid AFKers that would do that. You see them, they're still in the Discord going, I ran this game in AFK and it broke. Yeah, I was like, that's going to happen. Did you not pay? Oh no, you didn't. You're new. I set all my games to run in background so I can do anything while. Oh yeah, yeah, so would I. But I'd still have to come on every 8 hours and fill up the spanners. I don't want to keep doing it. I'm quite happy doing this. You know, this is like I'm doing it for what, a couple of hours. So I've got like another hour and a half left on this stream, and the thing is I've got nothing else to do. You know, I'm literally just waiting for this to happen. So yeah, fun and games. Yeah, I could, but I don't want to. Like I said, the number gets to a bit. It gets so big, it goes into negatives. It literally sits and just goes no. So there's no point. And you can do that if you've got like a big enough setup. You can do it quite quick. Like this is like chalking money. But if you went off and did this for, even if I left this for a couple of days, it would get to that point and then it would just go into like minus this, and it's like, why do I bother? It's not worth anything. But yeah, there we go. So I don't know what I'm doing now. Sort of at a bit of a loss, you know. Ultima Online was like that. You could carry 64,000 of an item and added one more, it went to my... Yeah, that's what happens in this. So you get to a certain amount of money, it just goes... The computer says no. But yeah, I don't know what to do now. I thought 140 would basically just like stunt me for a bit. What is your system specs? Mine, if I'm running on R7, 128 gig of DDR4, gigabyte RTX 3060, OC edition 12 gig. So I'm running a bog standard 4060 because my last graphics card didn't work properly on my power supply. So I run an 850 watt power supply, and the graphics card didn't like it. It just kept switching itself off. So I sold that because I had to, because I couldn't run it. I didn't want to buy another power supply, so I sold the graphics card. We got the 4060. I'm running 32 gig of 3200 megahertz RAM, and I'm running a Ryzen 7 5800X3D. And that's the best chip I can buy. Unless I went into a Series 9, it's the best chip I can buy for my setup. Because after this, it's like the next upgrade will be like DDR5. So yeah. Where does it end? What, this? There. Oops. Ugh. How much is left? I don't know. I've got 33 million, but I don't know how much I'm making today. Got an hour and a half left, so whatever happens, happens, mate. Basically. Suppose I can fill my truck up with lava for a second. Could hammer those belts down? No, that would take away the fun. Hey, if you're not playing by the seat of your pants just to move one piece of gold ore, you're not playing it properly. You mean exactly? You've got to have some sort of risk in life. With this, every time I try and pick up a nugget of gold, it's a risk. Is that a 500? Nah, this is like whatever I had left over from the last one. I can't be bothered. Like, whatever. Yeah. I'll put this in with the other lot, which is all this stuff down here. That's 500 though. So, do you know how much you make in an hour? No, I can tell you how much I'm making. Well, I can't really, because I've just added 20 drills to this. I can tell you how much I'm making in 3 hours, and we could divide it off. But the problem with RNG is you're not always guaranteed to get the exact same amount every hour. We have got a little bit of, like, if you watch that conveyor belt, there's a little bit of shadowing on the as it goes over the top. I ain't got a clue, bud. Basically. Yeah, my next major upgrade on computer, because I've got to try and save up my PayPal credit now, because I'm basically in debt with that. That's been fun. Let's put it this way: the kids killed the last of that. I was starting to save up into it. It was like, okay, I need to like start paying this off because it's getting bad. And then my kids break another like TV. I'm like, yay! So I had to use like what was left of my PayPal credit to buy them a TV. So my idea is I'm trying to save up my PayPal credit. When I get to its limit, when I get to its like maxed out like capabilities again, where it's like I've got the top amount I can get, then that's when I'm like, then I can look into getting like upgrading a new PC basically. On average, I think it's 10 million an hour. Yeah, we're probably looking at about 10 mil an hour now on this. So it's not bad, but the downside is it's like I'm just waiting. I don't want to do anything else, because if this is making 10 million an hour, it's literally going to be like next stream we'll be done. Could start looking into like another 20 drills, maybe. You know what we do? We'll put the base pipe work out for it and see what happens. I'll do it piece by piece, so it just takes more time. So where would this be? Drill. Conveyor belt. Yeah. Boff, mate. Why don't you make it 100 drills? I have. There's 140 drills in here. There's 140 in here. And I'm going to add another 20. The problem with adding like another 100 is it comes down to the game when I don't think I'll be able to run it. It won't run it. Simple as. You have to know the limits of the computer, or the game in itself, because the game is very CPU like heavy. So I've done tests like this in the older version of the game where there was less moving parts, and that was easy enough. But when you start messing into like this version of the game, it lags a lot more than it used to because of just more moving parts, more bits and pieces. So my biggest build was 1,000. There's no way I could do 1,000 in this version of the game. It just wouldn't happen, basically. Evening, Umbrio. We're like too short. Yeah. So I'm 2 straight belt short. Does it change based on your biome you're in? No. Basically, it based on the things that were going on in the game. So water pressure, conveyor belt speed, how much is on the belts, all of this. So it doesn't matter. When the game was older, there were less moving parts. So when it was less moving parts, the game would work. It would actually work a bit better because it wasn't as chuggy. You could quite happily put like 500 drills down and you would still be able to sort of play the game. When you got to 1,000, it was like 2, maybe 3 frames per second, so it really did chug. But in the newer version of the game, there's a lot more moving parts. Also, like because of water pressure changes in the core stone piping, the belts are running faster, which means everything else is running faster, so that will kill your frames faster. If you want to go on like a really big build, you have to have slower stuff. Then it doesn't kill you, it doesn't slug out as much. It's weird. Also, shorter conveyor belts help, that sort of thing. So yeah, it all comes down to like how you're building and stuff. But what I found with Volkilidus, like the one that we're playing now, is it comes down to how much you're putting out and how many moving parts you've got. Are you running on 1 pump? Yeah, because you only need 1 pump. You don't need 10. You only need 1. Same in like Bastion, the basic version of the game. You can run everything off of 1. As long as you've got water pressure tanks and like lava tanks everywhere to like keep the pressure boosted, you're fine. I found it funny when like you go into the Discord and some people are like, well, I've got all of these running. It's like they've got 4 different intakes. It's like, you don't need that. You literally just need 1 and then just split it off and you'll be fine. You don't need like 4 or 5. You just need 1. It's starting to lag a little bit. I'm starting to notice some... It's a little bit droppy. I don't know if that's just me, though. That's a table. If you connect it to a drill, does it not take some pressure, or how you type it? So what happens is that if you put a pressure chamber right into the back of the drill, even when it goes from the pressure chamber to the actual drill itself, it will still lose like 2.5% worth of pressure, even if it's right next to it. And the reason why is just because that's how the game is designed. When it comes down to this, if you read the description where it says, well, it's under me, it's converts water, decreases water pressure by 2.5%. So if I put one of those into the back of in the old version of the game, you put those into the back of the drill, it will still lose 2.5% pressure between the actual chamber and the drill itself. All that I tested ages ago. I'm sort of glad I practically built the guide. I'm all good with this. Because it does make it easier to recall the info instead of just going, oh, I played this game once, I sort of know what I'm doing. And now I'm stuck. Right, that's the pipes. Yeah. I've got to come back anyway and get the conveyor belts, so we'll be okay. And a merger. Thankfully, I've still got like a T. I think I've got 2 more T pipes at the end, so we can extend it 2 more times. We can put another 40 drills in, maybe. Do you not get bored? I've played this game for nearly 1,700 hours. This is my last ever run, so no, I'm okay. I don't know if I need conveyors, mainly just because I've got. I think I may actually have enough. I can't remember how many of these I bought. So. But yeah, I mean, I've been playing this game for 4 years now. I'm sort of... For some reason, it seems to be it's one of the very few games that I could ever get bored of. But it is getting to a point where I don't need to play it anymore. So. Does the depth matter? Yes, massively. So right now, because I'm only on tier 1 soil, I can only earn like X amount of money from each nugget. But if I went down to like tier 2 and tier 3, then yeah, everything gets bigger and it all works better. The downside is that I can't be bothered to do all the quest line for it, so it's like having to earn tokens and points for this, that and the other, and I can't be bothered. So I decided that I would do the whole thing on tier 1 soil. So yeah, it's basically me being stubborn at this point. Where did I put... Oh, that's my problem. What if you... No. I can't believe it's still being said. After 4 years. Yeah, no, you can't do that. You can take soil from the bottom if you want, but it'll just turn into tier 1 soil when you get to the top. It doesn't work. Trust me. Never used to work. It's an old myth. A very old myth. The myth of if you move soil from the bottom of the level to the top, then it will become that soil. No, it doesn't. Yeah. The myths of Hydroneer. I ended up just getting bones as I drove. Yeah, you can get them like that. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you could if you've got like a couple of hours. Yeah, driving around the map a couple of times, picking up all the bones, you'll be alright. But I can't be bothered to do that. So, again, it's me being stubborn and me being the way I am. But I'm not really bothered. This, for me, like I said at the beginning of all this, I started doing this playthrough. This is my last playthrough. Why is my water stop? Oh, that's because that one's not attached. So the reason why I started doing this playthrough is because it's my last one, and I'm like, I'm just going to play it through from start to finish. The DLC and just carry on, and then just get to the end and be like, you know what, I'm done. I don't need this anymore. I'm fine. Yeah. Yeah, but a lot of people who were moving dirt from the bottom to the top still were fucking stupid enough to believe that was real. No, it doesn't work. It's never worked. Ever. Ever. Go back to my first videos. Even I was doing it in my first video. I think I was doing it when I first started, because we were experimenting with what worked and what didn't. Moving soil from the bottom to the top, when we were even testing it, didn't work. The only reason why it looked like it did is because back in the early days of Hydroneer, when the gold nuggets were the size of your head, yeah, that was when it was cool. Right. So what changes? Nothing. Nothing really changes in this game. It's the same game. I do need one of these though. I think we need to go and get some more of these. Because that's going to replace that one. Yeah. And then we need a corner for there. I do miss the monster nuggets. Yeah, I think if one of my favourite features was the fact that nuggets were massive. And then when they were made tiny, I actually felt that was when the problem started. When things started being optimised, it was like, we're having problems. Yeah, it's fine. The game works now. No, it doesn't. I refuse. No, I preferred the giant nuggets. They were amazing. I remember one of my first builds when I built like the pit of despair, and it was literally just a whole pit filled with football-sized gold nuggets. It was awesome. The lag was ridiculous though, but it was fun. You know. Yeah. Oh, nearly. If we chuck, I know it's not where I want it to be, but it gives me an idea of how many I need to buy. Yeah, the carts are. I feel the carts are only good like if right at the beginning of the game. Like you didn't really need them later on, and that's why I just that's why I flew around with them. I know it was a mod. Well, yeah, it was like the creative thing where I could fly, but I did prefer flying than doing this. Okay, so bros, have a good sleep. Right, we need to go and get ourselves another load of tea pipes and a lava chamber thing. Something. And the last thing I need to add will be like another 20 drills. It was fun. I should have done it like a bit like Kiki's flying delivery service, and just done like Hybrid's delivery service and just flown around on like my cart delivering soup to everybody. So you come up with ideas way after things that like have become trendy and fashionable. 8:14. We're all good. Now turn really slowly. Also, guys, it is that time of the stream again where I have to sit there and it's time for you to go. It's been a pleasure watching. Not a problem. If you have enjoyed the stream or you're going to carry on watching, hit the like, subscribe, notification button below for all other updates. If you want to help the stream out there at all, hitting the like button is the most appreciated. You can also become a member for as little as 99 cents a month, which is cheaper than any cup of coffee you will ever drink in your entire life. Also, if you want to buy, if you want some merch, there's a link in the description box below to a company called Fourth Wall, one of the best merch providers that I've actually had ever, if I'm going to be brutally honest. This t-shirt, Embrace the Grind, was made by, well, designed by me and made by them, and the t-shirt is really comfortable. Like, it's snug, it's really nice, and it's now one of my favourite brands to get a t-shirt from because they are just that good. So yes, if you do want to help out, that's how you can help. One of the best ways in the world, in the great words of Jeremy Clarkson. Oh yes, in the world. Right, so I need a corner and a corner, and that needs to be set down here. Cool. Right. Glad I could see you live, even if it was only for a few minutes. Here's a good rest for you. Thanks, man. Much appreciated. I'm still here. Ain't going nowhere. Always about. Like I said, when we finish this goal, I will be playing a different game. I've already got that lined up and ready to go. Just got to wait until I finish this now. But it should be fine. It should be fine, mate. Right, I've got to put my gold back in my pot. That means things are spilling again because of the one ore that's been stuck on the belt. Yeah. See? This is risky. I think I might just let it jump. It'll fall off eventually. Right. Did I go and get conveyor belts? I think I did. Yeah, the conveyor belts are done. Mexican bounty. Conveyor belts are done. Straight pipes are almost done. Right. So I need one more straight pipe. And then we need to go and get ourselves another 20 drills. Yes. Yeah, right, cool. I've got my pan up here. I'll get another pan for now. I'm only taking yep. I'm only taking cloutium and iron, so 8,000. I've got another bit stuck. Hold on. Right, turn it off. Turn it off. Satan followed me on Twitch. Oh no, I'm in trouble. The boss is here. Look busy. Look busy. Yeah, we've got two upstairs. Yeah, even if it was you, it's still Satan. Yeah. I don't want to piss off the big man. For the record, no, I don't believe there's a Satan because I don't believe there's a God. Right? Can we make a cloutium bar for 1,800? Yeah, we've done that. No, I'm just going to go like, we're good. We got 8,000. We're fine. Stop jumping. Yes. Right. I haven't got the saw, have I? So no, I can't do that. Smart ass. Right. We're just going to have to count again. Look, we weren't too bad. We were only like 2 off of last time. Hey you, yes you, hit that like button. While you're at it, and hit that bell, select it all so you don't miss a stream. How about we do it in 5s before moving? That's a good plan. I think that's top plan number 1. We should be alright with that. We'll do it in 5s. Because then we only have to make 3 rounds, technically. And then like 3 extra. The only thing I hate about Twitch is being bombarded with ads, and I have Prime but need to upgrade again to the next tier to get rid of ads again. Yeah, because I don't like that's why I don't like it on Twitch. Like, I know I stream on there, and it's because it's open. Anyone can stream on Twitch and multi-stream now, and that's fine. What I don't like about Twitch is like how much they charge for their subs and stuff, and that is a piss take. And I made a video about it as well. I was like, why would you pay £6.49 for a tier 1 sub on Twitch when you can literally come to my stream now and pay 99p a month? The thing is I know some people like to support me, and that's why I made like the memberships as cheap as they are. So if you really want to be like a full member, there's no massive incentive to do this. But if you wanted to support with the full amount, I literally charge $4.99. I don't charge more than that, and the reason why is because I don't think it's worth it after that, because it's like, what's the bloody point? So my tier 3 membership is actually cheaper than Twitch's tier 1 membership. So my tier 3 membership, even though you're not going to get anything extra at all yet, because I haven't decided to do membership streams yet, but it's $4.99. But if you go onto Twitch and do a tier 1 subscription, it's £6.49. And I was like, that takes the piss. Don't be a member on Twitch unless it's Prime. Unless Prime are paying for it, you know, because obviously that's Amazon paying for their own membership plan. If you're doing that, I don't care, because that's Prime. But if you're using your own money, I would actually prefer people to be a member on YouTube, even if it's just 99p. It shows that you still want to support the streamer, but I'm not going to take the piss, you know. And that's how I see it. That's why I made a video about it, that Twitch were going to charge you more to do this. And when you look at it and just go, bloody hell, you know, for a tier 1 membership, it's nearly £7. That's a stupid amount, you know. It's why I would actually prefer it if all 21,000 people who sub to the channel paid 99p a month, because at that point I'd be like, you're still not paying £6.49 a bloody sort of like subscription on Twitch. It's a ludicrous amount of money for a membership, and most people don't do nothing with their tier 1s. They just go, yeah, whatever. Well, you can be a member. I mean, you help support. It's like, right, but that's like £7 a month. You know, you can get Netflix cheaper than that, because it's still $4.99, isn't it, or $5.99? Yeah, it is a bit obscure. I'm not a big fan of Twitch's like membership plans. I don't like them. As I said, if you're putting your Prime into it, that's fine. But if you're paying with your own money, don't pay Twitch. Twitch make money off of their ads anyway. It's like what Pirate Software's done to like fund his ferret studio. Like if you go onto his ferret stream, basically, the ferret stream's ads run on that channel, and that pays for the ferrets like care. So basically, Twitch technically pay for the ferrets completely. He doesn't ask for anything else. He's like, just go and turn them on and put them on in the background. The advertising runs that channel, and it runs all the Medicare they do for the ferrets and all the like the treatments they have to do and everything else, which is bloody amazing. It's fantastic. Just watch the ads. But yeah, it's I wouldn't pay for memberships on Twitch at all. Just I don't see the point. I think something's going wrong. It feels laggy. It feels like something is chugging. I'm going to get back. It's going to be in disarray, isn't it? It's going to be like there's going to be bits everywhere. It's going to be horrible. It's all in your mind. You wait. I like this song. When every time it comes around, I don't know why. It just stands out above most of the others I like. I'm not. That would suck. I'm going to try and recover the whole thing. You know, that's going to make me paranoid. I'm going to just save it right now. Right, that's another 5. So that's 15. So we only need to build another 2. Oh yeah, 3, sorry. Last one. This will make 160. Yeah, it will. $160 drills. Churning out, I don't know how much. But we only have an hour left of the stream. And then I've got to start making videos. I got by Eden Crafters. That's gonna be a new series next week. New series. It's gonna be fun. There's a really loud helicopter going past. That's either the police, which I don't think it is, because the police are a lot more. I think that's the air ambulance again. So air ambulance headquarters isn't that far away from me. But the police use like a slightly bigger engine in the helicopters, and they're usually hovering. We've had loads down our way, like in the new estate that got built. We've had stabbings, we've had drugs. There was a bomb squad down there, but they went down there for a stupid bloody reason, because they were doing a drugs raid down there, and they saw like a bomb vest. Turns out that it was a Halloween costume, but still a bomb threat was called in, which was fucking hilarious. And I can't even believe it happened. It was so good. And we've got two types of gypsies living next door to each other. So we've got the Romany gypsies and the Irish gypsies. Not a good mix. Not a good mix at all. One of them drove their car through the other one's living room. It was fantastic, you know. And then we've had like kids go missing. Like, it would just be, you know, little Johnny's gone missing again. He's autistic. He's done a runner. Oh, fantastic. So they send the place out again. Why don't you empty everything and see how much you make in 15 minutes? Oh, no, I like to see how much I make in 3 hours. Just because it's amazing. Basically. And 15 minutes seems a bit small, you know. It's like, you want to go big. Go big or go home. But yeah, we've had the police out there quite a lot. The stabbing one was pretty bad, because that was some woman who was cracked up on fucking heroin, and she'd stabbed her other half. But she looked like she'd got attacked by a rake. She had like scratched all down her face and all across her like body and everything. It's been fun. I love where I live. You know, I live in quite a peaceful little rural village, and all of a sudden you get like police helicopters and fucking riot squads coming in. It's amazing. You wouldn't expect it. Yeah, for the record, I don't live in the centre of London. I live in the middle of nowhere. You know that, like, farmers' wives, farmers' guns? Yeah, so it's that sort of bloody thing around here. Right, that's done. Right, it's done. Right, corners. That one. So before, I would say when the row got finished off. So there's a company around basically in the rural Kent is called Red Row, and they make all the housing estates and stuff. They're pretty crap. Genuinely, it's all cheap flipping housing, not very well put together. Things fall apart quite a lot. I talked to a lot of people who live down there, and yeah, in one area it's almost like it's like a social experiment. It's like, who can we put in this area to make it, you know, we'll see what happens if these people get together. This is what happens. You don't put, I notice it. I don't mind traveller people. I have no qualms with them at all. I talk to quite a lot of them when they drop their kids off at the school. They're all quite nice people. But you don't mix Roni gypsies and Irish gypsies, because they fight. And yeah, we're living next door to each other. When the Romany gypsy puts a car through an Irish gypsy's house, you're like, yeah, that probably wasn't a good idea, was it? Stupid bloody idiots. But yeah, it was fun. Because you'd never think it would happen until you see it, and you're like, wow. I mean, that it's special, because I've never seen it happen. That's the second time I've seen a thing go through a front building before. What's the next game that Max is working on? Haven't got a clue, mate. No one knows. The only people who know what Max is working on is Max, Itchy, and the other devs that are working on it. We got told that he's building a new game, and if you want to be notified, and I was like, yep, cool, I'll get notified, and then nothing, like literally nothing. So it's a secret project. It's being worked on. That's all I know, and yeah, that's it. No one else knows. So all I'm doing is waiting. And when I was trying to squeeze information out of like anybody, it was like, you know, what's it going to be like? And they said, if it's a game that you're not a big fan of, then we completely understand. I'm like, okay, so I don't think it's going to be like a mining game, but I'm quite varied. I like playing quite a lot of different types of games, so we'll see. But I don't know. It's a mystery. You could put some bets down on it, I suppose. You know, you and a couple of gaming friends, you know, put a $5 down each. Guess the genre of the game, because there's enough genres out there to guess for. That's how I would do it. If I had to predict, I would say that he might be working on, I don't know, maybe not a factory game, because that's what this is, but he's tried a couple of projects in the past. One of them was Radio Silent, which was like World War II, and he was sort of, you had to fight your way through like a World War II sort of thing and pick up radios and keep your contacts, and that sort of had promise. I was like, that's not bad, and then nothing happened with that. But apart from that, I mean, he's made a pirate game. He's made this, and he tried Radio Silent, and he's tried different projects in the past. So I don't know. Yeah, basically, mate. No, most of the time around our way, it's like if the police get called, it's normally somewhat like GBH, where someone's beaten up their wife or someone stabbed their husband, that sort of thing. Normally drug runners, you know, because in the rural areas, because you don't get as much police presence. It's normally like, you know, Derek down the road who smuggled like $4,000 worth of cannabis or something. You know, it's that sort of shit. It's not like what I would call normal crime, because yeah, I mean, to put it into perspective, I was walking down the alleyway to take I wasn't taking my kids to school. I was coming back from them, and a guy walked past me going, "Oh mate, I've got like 120 to run tonight." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "All right, he's a drug dealer, fantastic." And he lives just down the road from me. But then when we moved into the area, the estate round the corner from me we moved in and we looked at how many like police reports there were. Like that year alone, there were 249 police call-outs, most of which were like spousal abuse or GBH or drugs. That was basically it. So it happens in rural areas. It's, you know, it happens everywhere, but you wouldn't expect it unless you actually saw it. Joys of life, though, it happens everywhere. And the thing is, it probably happens where you live. You're just not in the right area. And I've seen it all. So it doesn't faze me, because I've lived in rural areas all my life, and there's always something dodgy going on. Like one place I used to live, actually, it was you know, obviously you get born in a town. So where I was born, there was a guy there who was banned from 5 different villages because he was a prolific car thief. He got banned from 5 different villages because no one wanted him there, because he would just steal their car. That was literally his life. He was stealing cars, got arrested, stolen car, got arrested, and then he got banned. Literally, it was like, you can get banned from villages, yes. It's a weird world we live in. But yeah, that's just the joys of life. Right, I suppose I haven't done that yet. I'll put my merger on as well. It means I've got to turn off the water from the other side, so this lot, that one. Let me just go get my merger quick whilst that stops. Did I buy a merger? I did, or did I? I don't think I did. I don't think I bought one, did I? Damn it! Right, okay. We gotta do a run, just quick. Car theft America already. I mean, we're not so much like we don't get something like, well, we don't get any murders around here. We got a stabbing or two. But yeah, I would say most of the things around here is either like it's either GBH or drugs mainly. By 6, yeah, I'm not buying 1. That's what's normal around here. Or some kid's done a runner like that. The police helicopter went around 3 times because of him. It was the same kid. He escaped from his house 3 times because he's got autism. And it's like boom, gone. I think he's like, so you cover your bases. Like it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy 4 of these. You know, I'll buy like 3. I don't think I need 6. I live 20. I lived 20 minutes out of my town 20 years ago, and relatively close neighbour got busted for $3 million. Wow. So we need to knock on your door. Why? Well, it's snowing, right? Okay. Your house hasn't got any snow on it. It gets cold in here, so I turn the heating on. All right. Can we come in and investigate? Yeah, sure. All right. That's when you know the game's up. But yeah, so if you go to like a bigger town, then that's where it gets worse. Like from where the one of the main hub towns I live nearby, since I would say since like the cost of living crisis happened and a lot more people can't afford where they live, we get a lot more like I would say ex-London people down these ways. So where I used to go clubbing and stuff, it's more like, you know, you might get someone getting stabbed nowadays. That's happened quite a lot since. Or you get some loony bin trying to kill his nan. That's happened as well. Oh no, he actually did kill his nan, sorry. Not didn't try, he did it. Right, we need to replace this one. Get this out of here. Get this out of here. Get this in here. Get this in here. Right, now we need to turn the drills on. Where I live is quiet. It got nuts late 90s, 2000s. The rise of young gangs, stuff. Yeah, that sounds about normal. I'd say that's more of a London thing as well. There's a lot of gang-related shit. It's really annoying. Cause it's like, what are you achieving with this? Oh, I'm gonna kill him because this. Like, really? I mean, all he did was call you a name. Yeah, he fucking deserves to die. Oh, shut up. Don't deserve nothing. He's a dickhead. Yes, congratulations. But does he deserve a knife for his throat? No. I'm not a big fan of like that culture. I don't like it at all. But unfortunately, it happens everywhere, doesn't it? Can't really do much about it. You just sort of wish you could, you know. Right, I think 160 is starting to get a little bit lanky now. Laggy, crappy, horrible. Because it's starting to feel to run up the stairs. It's starting to feel a bit like stiff. So yeah, I think 160 is a good stop. I think we're okay. It's running well though. I haven't done numbers like this for a little while. So yeah, I'm doing right. How close to 500,000 the block? I reckon we're 420. Roughly. 405. Oh, I'm so close. But we've now almost got a full stream of gold. That's pretty cool. So we're churning. Absolute rinsing now, man. Look at it. It's like a fountain of... I'm not going to call it a golden shower. But that's 160. So technically, I could probably run 200 of these drills on about 10 FPS. Because as it is right now, I think we're probably running at about 30. That's my guesstimate. I'm not going to pull up anything. I think I'm guesstimating about 30. Which isn't bad. You know, that's running... I would say that's running fairly well. And like I said, you wouldn't be able to do this with the big drills because the amount of info they take, it spikes every time it rotates. So the lag spike happens, you're like, oh, it's happened again. This is absolutely churning though. This is amazing. It's amazing. I don't know. Pardon me. How many do you think if not streaming? No, probably about the same. I need to put up MSI then. MSI Afterburner. Yeah, run the app. I know. Do you want to download it? No. So currently, I'm running at 62% hardware monitor. If I just pull this up, you can see. I'll try and make it bigger, but so this is MSI Afterburner. There we go. So this is my graphics card at the moment. It's just cruising along. It's not even overworking at temperature wise it's 46 degrees. It's just chilling, man. Right. I need to bring up the stats, don't I? You know, I said it was 30 FPS. Look how close I was. That's not bad. That's a good guess, that was. Good guess. Let me just turn off my other display. Right. There you go. Nemjitim, how you doing? Do you wanna build a snowman? I guess 30 FPS? Yeah, I reckon if I pulled in 200 drills, probably we're going to run at about 15, maybe 10. But that would be I wouldn't go any higher than that. That's not bad though. That's really steady now. So this is what I mean. Max got this game running fairly well. Is that with VSync on? Yeah, that is VSync on. Let me just turn it off then. Settings. So I've turned VSync off. Still running at 30. Okay. There you go. VSync is off. Limits are off. GPU is running at 50%. 45 degrees. It's just chill. It's not even stressing. It's because I'm running I'm running an actual AIO to my cooler now, so it's keeping my CPU down. My GPU is just fan cover. I'm not water cooling anything really, apart from the AIO to my CPU. But my GPU's just like, yeah, dude, we're chilling. It's all good. But thank you very much for subscribing on Bright. Boom to you, sir. Oh. But that's not bad, is it? So my prediction was fine. And the reason why I limit this is just because I can't be bothered. I like just being able to have like a ceiling where it's just like, don't go any higher than this. Because it's just the way I play. But yeah, 30 FPS, 160 drills. Not too shabby. I just did. Thank you very much for telling me to, though. I think when this hits 500,000, that's when we stop. That's when we stop and calculate. All right. We need to wait until we lay a brick. Oh yes. If I was to hydrate that much, I'm going to drown myself. I have got to come up with. I don't know what to do with the points things on Twitch. I don't. It's just one of those things I'm never quite sure what to do. I did. I hydrated. I don't need to drink anymore. Have I tried Infraspace? No. Is it good? I like this game of like, have you tried these? Because there's so many games that I have never played. And there's games that I'm just like, no, I want to keep playing this one. Don't care about the rest. It runs, it drives, it's all good. Yeah, I think it's part of the reason why I don't buy much from Humble Bundle, because like I'll buy a bundle and I'm like, yeah, look at this, oh bloody hell, and it's like I've got all these I've got like hundreds of games. I'm sitting there going, when am I actually going to play these games? Yeah, I think even that's why I've started I've started to cut down now, because I'm like, I don't know if a game's going to last me like a week or it's going to last me a month. Like TCG Card Shop, that lasted me well into a month of like making videos and streams. I was well happy with that game. That was cool. And even now, like some of the bits and pieces, you know, he's going to bring in like updates and this, that, and the other. I'm like, that's cool. Carry on. I'll keep mentioning every time I see new stuff. But then like there's games that I'll play for a week and I'm like, it's no one's watching it, no one cares. Like the casino game. I've done 2 videos of that, and that's like my least popular thing I've done this year. Basically, I'm like, I don't see the point in continuing. So I'm going to do one last video for that. And I'm running it for I'm running it like a couple of in-game days at a time right now. I'm just stacking up cash, and I'm gonna be like, it's a massive blowout, and I'm just gonna fill the whole casino and be happy. Because yeah, no one's really watching it, so I'm not bothered with it. I think Tiny House Sim's gonna be a good one though, because I would say out of the like the first impression videos and streams I've done, Tiny House has had like more viewers on that than it has on other games I've showcased. So I think Tiny House is going to be a good one, and that I'm actually going to do videos because I can. The videos for that game are going to be like, hey, today Chris has ordered me to do this to his caravan, blah blah blah. We're going to do it now. We're going to do a little montage sort of thing, you know, like home improvement style. Go from there, see what happens. But it does look good. The food truck, so the food truck game that looks promising as well. What else? I could actually run through the list now. If you're a young aspiring YouTuber and you want to get like the head on of like games that are going to be good, I would either use SteamDB, which is something that, you know, that helps. Let's have a look at. Wait, I would say my first impression stuff. That's what I would base this on. So, because I normally do first impression live streams, because you get my actual full reaction to that. First look at Gaming Cafe Simulator, that was 447 views. That was okay. First impressions for Tiny House Sim was 1,045, and that's a stream, so that people are watching that. 899 watched the Out of Ore update, so if you want to do Out of Ore content, now's the time because of the new stuff. Orebound, that's like 2,000 views. That's a good one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Orebound because I want to play Orebound. I would say as a side project, I'm looking at Tiny House. So yeah, lots of digging and then lots of like renovating people's caravans. It's gonna be fun. And I've also got Caravan Simulator to play as a demo, which looks pretty cool. Because you basically build up a caravan and then you go on travelling and you look around the states or the island and this, that, and the other. Like, that looks cool, so I'm looking forward to playing that. But yeah, that's how I gauge what games I'm going to be playing. I just basically see if I'm going to do a first impression. I see what makes, like, if it gets more than 1,000 views, I consider that as a game I'm going to play. That's how I do it. So, yeah. Any stats for Factorio? No, I'm not. It's a good game, but no, I'm not doing it. I haven't done the Space Age update. I haven't done a look into it. The thing is I really like Factorio. But I can see myself sitting there for hours and hours and hours, and it's really hard to record a video. So you can only do it as a live stream. And my problem with a live stream is that this is where it's a game that I would play on my own. Is where you're playing the game, and all of a sudden, like, you've got 50 people going, well, no, you need to do this first. You need to do this first. And it's like, shush. So it's the reason why I don't play Factorio. It's because I don't mind people helping from time to time, but when you've got like a page of like, you need to do this first, I'm like, nah, I'll do it my way. And then people get annoyed and then they don't watch, so I don't play that game. I like it though. I play if I'm going to play it, I'll play it offline and I'll enjoy it. But it's like the other one. I found this is a cool one. If you want to see a cool game, I say cool. I like it. I'm going to bring this up on here. So it is. Did I take it off? Oh, I did. I played the demo of it, and it was like a Lego block game. It's in my wish list. I know it's in my wish list. Also, Path of Exile 2. Still haven't got Record Shop Simulator, so yep, I'm worried about that. I've got Eden Crafters to cover as well. Where's the Lego block game? Because it's pretty cool. I like it because it's like Satisfactory, but it's like Lego. I think it's just called Block Factory. The dungeon one. No. Can't find it. I think it's just called Block Factory, but we'll have a look. Block. There it is. Yeah, Block Factory. Basically, you build Lego factories. So if you need to build something, you harvest the Lego blocks and shape them to make certain things. It's basically it's a puzzles. It's a puzzle factory game, and I thought it was pretty cool. It looks like and I played the demo for it, and I was like, this is actually brilliant. So to go through the land, you have to build the things that it's telling you to build to get to the next level. But there you go. So it basically, if a block's not the right colour, you have to then paint the block the right colour for it to basically jump onto. And I was like, it is a cool little game. So yeah, I think I put like an hour and a half into the demo, and I was like, this is really fun. And then I didn't know what time it was. Yeah, it's a bit like Shapes. Yeah, apart from instead of just building like a circle, you're building the diorama that it's telling you to build, and then you're going from that basically. As I said, for me it was pretty cool. I like the look of it. It's not something that I can make content on, but genuinely I actually enjoyed playing it. So yeah, I think it should be on my wish list. But yeah, I've gone through Next Fest of the games that I like the look of. I like the look of the airport security one, even though I haven't done a video of that one either. But that looks pretty cool. I think that's more like Papers, Please. So you have to go through people's luggage to make sure there's no like dangerous stuff in there, like drugs and guns and adult toys and this and never. So that looks fairly interesting. But yeah, there's a few games that I'm definitely gonna pick up, and I want to give a go. And that record simulator game that I can't remember who recommended it last stream, but yeah, it's still in my wish list. I just haven't got the money to buy it. I'm doing Christmas shopping next week, so I don't know how much I'm gonna have left. Yeah, it's the X-Ray game. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I did enjoy myself playing it, and it was like Papers, Please. So like, oh yeah, you get like Maggie Smith, who's like, well, this person's known for bringing in guns. It's like, really? And then all of a sudden there's a gun in the suitcase. Like, that's got to be hers. Is it legal? Does she have a permit for it? No? Cool. Confiscate. Go through. I liked it. But yeah, so what I want to do is every time I find like a good demo to play, I will be doing like first impression streams. So if they're going to be random, like it might just be like a game that comes out on a Wednesday, the demo's dropped, I'm like, this is really cool. That night I'm just going to be like, I'm going to be doing a stream. So I want to do a lot more of those because I actually do it. I like doing first impression stuff because you're getting an instant take. It's not scripted. It's like, I've just downloaded this game. Is it any good? We'll see. So I'll do like a 2-hour stream. Unless the game or the demo finishes early, I feel that that's a good enough time for me to like pass an early judgment, which means you get an early look into the game itself. You don't have to take my word for it. You make your own assumptions, but I try and talk about my experiences with it straight away and see if it's something that I would pursue. I feel like a lot of people should do that. Genuinely, I think if you're going to play a demo, then it gives you a better insight of what the game is going to be like instead of just going out and flatly buying a game. Unless you know the formula, like the record store game or the aquatic store game, their supermarket sims. You're going to be buying stuff, putting on the shelf and watching a generic A person walk past you because generic B person walked off. So you're like, okay, that's what I'm going to get. But yeah, some games are pretty unique. So you never know. You never really know what you're getting until you actually like look into them and go, oh, actually, this is quite nice. So yeah, that's the sort of thing I like doing. I actually enjoy playing demos because it gives me an insight, and I can sit there and say, well, I'm still in the gaming industry, and I can be a reviewer. Well, I hope that then I hope that maybe watching my first impression stuff, you won't waste as much money, That's what I'm hoping. But yeah, so I want to do a lot. I want to do a few more reviews now because I feel like I am an opinionated asshole, and I feel like I have a fairly good opinion about certain games. I'm not going to stray too far out of the niche though. I like Simulation World. I'm not going to review first-person games, let's put it that way. Or like, you know, I'm just going to go and have a look at this shooter game, or, you know, I'm not going to play like The Sims and stuff. Well, there we go. What are we up to? Have we pooped the brick yet? No, we've got 441,000. Come on, we only need like 59,000 to go. 58. How you doing, Itchy? Hey, Hybrid in chat. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. In honesty, I'm literally just wasting time now. Because we're 2 hours and 42 into this. I'm waiting until my block thing gets to 500,000. And then we're going to do a cleanup. We're running 160 drills. So yeah, we're doing alright. And this is all just tier 1. I didn't go down to tier 2 because I didn't want to help people. I didn't want to do their jewelries and stuff. Yeah, it's running at about 30 FPS. So it's doing alright. Simple layout, easy to fix if anything goes wrong. Keeping them boosted as well. It's all good. You can tell it's getting a bit laggy here and there. Still loving Hydroneer content? Wow, it's a shame this is going to come to an end then, isn't it? If I get to 100 million, that's it. We're done. Well, 110 because we had to, we bartered ourselves out. Yeah. But yeah, just waiting. This is part of the problem. What did I remember? Hold on, I remembered something according to Promethean. What do I remember? Do I get a cookie? Oh, 110. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm all good with that, don't worry, don't worry. So what we'll see is we'll see how much we've earned in 3 hours, because we've had very little downtime, and most of the time we've been running at least 120 drills. Or yeah, 120 was like better down to minimum until we had to turn it off so we could put the others in. But apart from that, we've run about 120 drills for the last nearly 3 hours. So if I calculate, this is how much we earned in this stream, this will tell us how much we're going to earn in the next one. I think we'll be done by next week. I think next week it might just be, hi guys, we're just going to sit here and watch this for like 4 or 5 hours and just get bored, you know? Because I think that's what it's going to be, genuinely. Or what I could do is I could run that machine and do it as a last video. Yeah, I could literally just go, right, okay, so this should take me 5 hours to do. So if I just run the game for 5 hours and then be like, oh, I need this much money, and I could be done. It could just be a video, because I don't think a 5-hour stream of this is exhilarating, and I'm not doing anything else. Like, I would say that 160 is a good, nice limit to stop off. I don't really want to get to 180 or 200. Look for the bones just to kill them. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I think, yeah, next stream, that's what we could do. We'll just go look for bones. Alright, we're done. Next stream, we'll probably hit 100 million, or 110 million, sorry. And we're just going to go look for bones for 4 hours. Who's up for that? Treasure hunting, next stream. All good. And we are 50,000 away. As soon as this is 500,000, we're definitely done. That's when we're cashing out. Okay. So next week's stream, hopefully, we'll finish the 110 mil. And we will build a dinosaur as well. There we go. Yeah. It's a good stream. Good stream. I know there's a load outside. They're up on the hills. See, that one up there is glowing like an absolute demon. There's a few across here as well. I think I drove past one as well as I put this up here. I thought I saw one over there. No, I know that's where one has been problematic before. There's one in the volcano. There's a couple around there, mate. I have the map, don't worry. But yeah, I know of like most of the locations. So yeah, it's the joys of like I think I've built successfully 2 or 3 of them. But then I used to help people in the Discord trying to find like the last one, and it's always the one under the bridge, always. Yeah, around the actual rim of the volcano there's 4 potential spawns on the side of the volcano. There's like I think there's something like stupid like 75 spawn points, and there's like however many bones, like 35 bones. We should set the stone block to 100k. Why? Why? I would like to hear the reasons why. I think 200k is a good limit. We'll never get another 500,000 done. No. I think maybe 200,000 in a day is a good target though. And I'd say whilst we're looking for dinosaur bones, 200k sounds reasonable. What do you think? 200? 150? 200 maybe? Oh no! I say we set it to 500 million stone. Yeah, we'll never get it. There's no point in setting it to a number we're never going to see. And this thing only goes up to 99999. So I think it only goes up to like 99999. So that's what, I don't know how many digits that is. I don't know. 150k might be a good limit for next stream. Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, cool. We'll do that. We're literally just watching this number now. No. Only 40,000 to go. Are people firing fireworks off now? It's not even November. Bloody uncouth wankers. Yeah, there's one. I think that's a fingerborn. That's a rib. Have you looked into Satisfactory? I have. I've played it about 4 years ago. And oh yeah, there is one up there. Apart from that, I'm not really looking into playing it anymore. And the reason why is because too many people have played it. It's an old game, and I feel that most people would go, "Oh, I'll watch Kibitz or I'll watch somebody else." There you go. We got a bone. I told you there was one up here. I just forgot where it was. No, I'm more looking into Allbound. If you don't know what Allbound is, imagine Satisfactory as a dwarf. That's all you gotta do. You might like it. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to like fill up on these as well. Satisfactory as a dwarf. That's my next game that I really want to get into. But I have got several other games I want to play as well. Like, I want to play them, but can I afford them? That's the big problem. Like I said, a lot of my money next week's going towards like Christmas because I start buying people's presents. I'm trying to get as much as I can for as little as I can, but still make good choices for people. So it just means then I can actually like, yeah, Satisfactory crossed with Hydroneer. No, I would genuinely just say it's literally Satisfactory as a dwarf. I don't see it as Hydroneer apart from like the digging aspect, but there's loads of games that do mining. So no, I that's how I see it. Yeah, go check it out. I genuinely like it. Allbound's really good. I genuinely like it. I think it's pretty cool, and it's early as well, so there's loads of stuff coming. What's the thing bouncing? That would be iron ore, and because it doesn't go in there, it's just gonna bounce because it's not shard. These things happen sometimes. That's all I can say. Oh. $35,000 to go. It's not gonna take much longer. It's gonna be quite chill. I'll go and get the other bone from by this tree for now. Yeah, my problem with trying to catch it right at this moment would be there's quite a lot of other stuff flying for it. If I take out a conveyor belt, I'm really going to balls myself up for a little while. So I think at the moment I'm just going to leave it as it is because I don't want to screw myself up too much. But yeah, so it's all good. And like 33 more to find. I don't use it. I like to live dangerously. Yeah. See? It's definitely under there now. It stopped bouncing though. No, can't get it. It's okay. Why is the ore falling all over the ground? It's like falling through. Yeah, I think it's basically it's just getting shot off in some places. You know when like one or two bits get stuck up here, it alters the path a bit, like this one here. So if I left it or something happened, it could cause a problem. I think that's all it is. It's like daddy issues. Here we go. We're nearly at 470,000 stone. Rock and stone. $470. That's a good time to hydrate. Oh. See, I don't normally get told to drink. I just drink whenever I feel like it. Not a lot of the time. I normally spend a lot of time in streams not really doing anything. Like, not drinking or anything. Drop the other block in. I didn't think I could. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I don't really care. It's only worth like 10 or 20. Yeah, there's 160 now. The machine is quite the stoner. Yeah, I think this isn't probably worth a lot. It's worth 200. It's not worth it. And she's buying a stairway to heaven. Which metals am I selling? Must be getting close to 100 million by now. I basically sell everything in one go. So what I mean by that is, what we'll do is, I will take out the whole gold bar, the whole iron bar, and the whole clouting bar. I'll melt them all in, turn them into one sword, and then we get the most money. And then all the gems get sold off separately, and so does the 500 stone. 500,000 stone, yeah. Yeah, it's a long way to build a. It's a long way to build a stairway to heaven when you're so far deep in hell. That would be a good song, by the way. If anyone wants to write it. Angry Mob, been a while. Love that you're still doing it. We're getting close, man, to the end. Well, this is the end. What I will probably do is I will probably launch the last bit of this epic crusade as a video, because I feel like I know we're going to do a stream, aren't we? We're going to go dinosaur bone hunting as well. We're going hunting for bones next stream. So the next stream is basically, it'll be like the last row of this. It should take us one last stream, and then just going to leave it running. See how much we're going to see how much like all this is actually bringing in, and see how much it can earn in 3 hours, and then we're done. This is a 3-hour mark, by the way. So now we've got to wait until this hits 500,000, or I just stop it all now. Why don't I use the big drills? Number one, because that means I have to go and get tokens from everyone, and I don't want to do that. Right, with 3 hours we're done. So first off, I have to go and get tokens, which means I have to go and work for people or go and find all the bones. Then I have to go and take my time going over to get the hauler, which I cannot be asked to do. Then I have to go and make the giant drills, which are a pain in the ass to fit, because you have to get them down to this level. There's no way, you have to use the hauler. So you have to destroy everything above you just to put them down. The other thing is the animation, it kills your frame rate. The frame rates are ridiculous. Like, you have 100 of those, it drops ridiculously. It's really bad. So yeah, the plan is to just do it this way. It just comes down to convenience more than anything. So this is the 3-hour mark, by the way. Right, so we're turning everything off. Yeah, you have to get the crane truck, you have to dig out the holes to put the crane truck in, all that stuff, and you're like, oh, I cannot be bloody asked to do that. It takes so much effort as well. Alright, it's not even funny. In order to get it is a pain. I mean, I've done it all, you know, and getting that truck is a real nightmare, because it's like you have to do so much just to get one thing. That was the downside to the DLC. You have to do quite a lot of stuff just to do one thing. I've been growing my face out. I end up eating it. Yeah, that's why I don't have a moustache. Why do you think I don't have one? I need a beard like Hybrid? Nah, you just get a beard. I mean, it doesn't have to be like mine. Jeez. Some people can't grow beards. It's just unfortunate. I feel sorry for those people. I really do. Right, anyways, we got to counter this off. Four, 7, 8. 1, 2, 5. How do I just want it to let go now. Four, 7, 8. 1, 2, 5. And put 1, 2, 6 at the end. I got an idea on how to do this, but I need a lever. Give me a sec. I don't have a lever. Oh no, I do. I'm just going to nick this one for a second. Don't worry, I'll be right back. Oh, I know why it's not working. I know. Don't worry. I'm an idiot. Oh, that's not going to be fun. There we go. New form of Lego. Mate, could you imagine if I did 489,000 of those? Ugh. Right, so we're going to set this for 150,000. Cool. Right, next. Get the gems out. Do. Right. Get all this upstairs. Lego price. Yeah, that's why we buy Lego from Temu. Kerry buys these, the miniature Legos like from Temu because they're like 3/4 of the price. Right. 1, 2, 3. You can get the official Fantasy Wizards Castle for like 20 quid on Temu. But if you buy the official Lego version, it's like fucking like 140 quid. Right, let's go and cash this lot in. Bob's your uncle, and then we need to actually. I'm gonna have to buy some tool bags. That's what we need to buy because we're gonna need them for the next one. Right, so what's you guessing? I'm gonna say 25 mil. Right, I'm saying 25 mil. £5 fell off. Oh, 25. Booyah. That's only 58 million though. Oh. So 25 million after 3 hours. I need to run this for 6 hours. Well, technically we need 60 million. So it's 42 million left. Yeah, if you want to go for the 100 mil. So I need to run that machine for 6 hours. It's not going to take me 6 hours to find all the bones. That's the problem. Yeah, but I don't want to... The thing is now, I'm at to a point where I can't extend much more because... like the lag's knackering. So what I might have to do is I might run the stream. I might run the game for 3 hours tomorrow, which I could just sit here and just talk to my kids and stuff. And then like the next stream would be like the last stream, so we'd go dinosaur bone hunting and stuff like that. I don't want to do 2 more streams, just because there's nothing more for me to do. Like if there was like, oh, you know, I could probably put in another like 20 or 30 drills and get this done. I think I'm up to a point where every 10 drills now is going to just cause more lag. It's going to get worse before it gets any better. So yeah, that's my take. Bone stream and final video. Okay, that's not a bad way of doing it. Yeah. So next one we're doing bones, and then the last one would be my stream, my video. Not a bad take. But I would say we were running what 160 drills for like the last hour and a half. So it might be a little bit less than that, maybe. No, I don't drink. I don't drink a lot. The reason why I don't drink a lot when I'm streaming is because I don't go to the toilet. I know it's a strange old thing, but I barely ever use the toilet when I'm streaming. And I used to do before. I would say like when we were mainly like exploring the game or doing records or something. Yeah, I'd do like 6 hours without going to the. We could scrap everything you got built in spares for like 5 grand to 10 grand. Would it help before starting the game up again to clear the cache files? Would that help clean the lag up? No, not at all. So basically the lag is just built on like how much is on a conveyor belt. So right at this moment in time, there's no lag on this game. There's nothing here. Right? This is working perfectly. If I was to turn on all the machines, you just watch it drop. That's all that happens. So it doesn't help at all. So how that you'd normally, if you build a like a death pit and you want to fill it with gold, the best way to do it is you fill it up as much as you can until the lag starts really taking it, and then you save and exit, and then it turns everything into a solid object, and then you do it again and again and again and again. That's how you would build up like a pit of gold. Even then, you can run it for less and less time each time, because the lag catches you up because of the amount of items that are on the screen. It just doesn't like it. It's that simple. The game is a little bit fickle when it comes to like being able to like run lots of things all in one go. It doesn't like it at all. It's basically what I would call like a whiny teenager, where it doesn't want to do what it's told, and it will make your life more and more difficult the more you keep talking to it. Like I was that kid, you know. So yeah, my parents. But that was what my parents told me. But yeah, that's the sort of logic you're looking at. There we go. So yeah, next stream. I think we'll be done. I am tempted to run the game for 3 hours on my own, off stream, and I just sit here and watch like Gold Rush. Because if I just watch a couple episodes of that whilst it's running, then it'll work and I'll be alright. And then I'll come back like next stream, it'll be like, alright, okay, we're going to do Dinosaur Bones and we're going to get this 110 million, so we should be fine. I think that's how I will do this, because making a video means it's going to take me out of my loop of what I want to do. Yeah. Yeah, basically. But yeah, there we go. I think that's a good one. There's nothing else I can sell. We've got 160 drills, and I'm going to be honest. Next stream, I think I'm done for the next one. So yeah, I'll run it for 3 hours between now and the next Saturday, and then next week we'll be finished. I think we're done. I'll change the thumbnail, like finish line and, you know, confetti and that sort of thing. Yeah, I will. But guys, I want to say thank you very much for coming by. This has been Hybridsteel. If you have enjoyed this, I don't know if you would have, hit the like, subscribe, notification button below for all other updates. If you want to help the channel, become a member. You can be a member for as little as 99 pence a month. Or for all those people who like Twitch, but you want to pay less, you can. You can either be my tier 3 membership over here on this channel for just £4.99 instead of £6.49, which is what Twitch will charge you. If you want to buy some merch, embrace the grind for just whatever £4 are charging. So until then, I want to say thank you very much for coming here. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for talking, and I'll see you all later. I'm going to say peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the morning, afternoon, or evening, or whenever you're going to watch whatever I put out. Until then, boom. Fist bump to you.